Good morning, my name is Susan Bevan. I'm Clinical Excellence Technical Lead at NRS Healthcare. Today I'm going to be doing a talk on the safety of bedside rails and bed grab handles. The MHRA have recently published a safety alert relating to medical beds, grab handles, side rails and turning aids. This is due to several deaths and injuries resulting from entrapment and falls using this type of equipment. They've updated their guidance on prescribing and fitting bed rails, and that's what I'm going to be talking about this morning. In this presentation, I will explain the difference between bedside rails and bed grab handles and demonstrate how to install them. I will only review the MHRA guidance for adult users more than 1.46 metres in height, weighing more than 40 kilos, and with a body mass index of 17 or higher. Separate guidance exists for smaller adult users and for children. The MHRA guidance talks about the importance of doing risk assessments on this equipment. There are many types of bed rails and bed grab handles on the market, all having a variety of fitting and operation methods. The possible combination of bed rails, beds and mattresses and other equipment and adjacent furniture, together with the individual needs of the bed occupant, means that a robust and person-centred risk assessment must be done to reduce the risk of serious incidents. The MHRA guidance gives examples of typical risks and how to conduct the risk assessment, and it should be done before any of this equipment is prescribed. We've created a useful measuring guide to help the prescriber and the installer check the safe installation of bedside rails and bed grab handles. This is a two-sided device. On one side you'll see a picture of a bedside rail. Use that for checking the installation of bedside rails. On the other side you'll see a picture of a bed grab handle. Use this side to check the installation of a bed grab handle. There is also a QR code on the device which takes you to the MHRA guidance document. These measuring guides will be made available on the NRS Healthcare Complete Care Shop website. I will now cover the installation and use of bedside rails, otherwise known as cot sides. These are intended to prevent or reduce the risk of the occupant falling out of bed and sustaining injury. Bedside rails should not limit the freedom of people by preventing them from intentionally leaving the bed. Bedside rails can increase the risk of a user falling out of bed if the side rails are insufficiently high. The minimum height of the side rail should be 220 millimetres above the height of the mattress. You can use the measuring guide to check the height of the side rail. Use the top edge marked 220 millimetres. Place the measuring guide on the mattress and make sure the height of the side rail is above the height of this edge. Bedside rails can create an entrapment hazard if installed incorrectly, where a user's head can get caught between the end of the side rail and the end of the bed, between elements of the side rail, and between the side rail and the mattress and the base of the bed. It's important to check key dimensions to make sure the side rail is safe. The gap between the headboard and the side rail should be less than 60 millimetres. Use this edge on the gauge to check the maximum gap. The gauge shouldn't pass between the headboard and the side rail. The gap between elements of the side rail should be less than 120 millimetres. Use this edge of the gauge to check the maximum gap. The gauge shouldn't pass between elements of the side rail. The gap between the side rail and the base of the bed should be less than 120 millimetres. Use the same edge to check the gauge shouldn't pass between the gap. The gap between the footboard and the end of the side rail should be less than 60 mm or more than 318 mm. To check it's less than 60 mm, use the short edge of the measuring guide. This shouldn't be able to pass between the end of the side rail and the footboard. If it's greater than 318 mm, the gap is sufficiently large as to not create an entrapment risk. To check this distance, use the long edge of the measuring guide. That edge should be able to freely pass between the end of the footboard and the end of the side rail. I'll now discuss the installation and use of bed grab handles, otherwise known as bed levers. These devices are to aid the mobility of the user in bed and to help a user get in and out of bed. They're not designed to stop a user from falling out of bed. There are a large number of bed grab handles on the market. This particular model, the NRS 2-in-1 bed grab handle, is designed to be fitted to slatted beds and rigid divan beds. The bed grab handle is supplied with straps, and these must be fitted to ensure that the bed grab handle doesn't move once it's been installed. There are other types of bed grab handle that are designed to fit on the floor and they secure underneath the base of the bed, such as this product, the NRS EasyFit Plus bed grab handle. These are suitable for slatted beds, divan beds and also some profiling beds. Bed grab handles can also create an entrapment hazard to the user. The MHRA provides no specific guidance on this. We have created our own guidance based upon risk assessments on these products. We recommend that the gap between the bed grab handle and the headboard of the bed is greater than 318 mm. You can use the measuring guide to check this. Use the side of the guide with a picture of the bed grab handle. The lower edge of the guide should be able to pass between the gap of the headboard and the bed grab rail, like this. Adjacent furniture can also create an entrapment hazard. We recommend that the same 318 mm gap is maintained. The measuring guide should be able to pass between the adjacent furniture and the bed grab handle, like so. Alternatively, we recommend that the furniture is installed on the other side of the bed to minimise risk. In summary, this is a quick overview of the latest MHRA guidance on bed side rails and bed grab handles. We've covered the importance of risk and doing a regular risk assessment to make sure the risks to the service user are minimised. We've also covered safe installation distances of bed grab handles and bed rails and how to use the measuring guide to check this. Also, we want to remind you of the importance to check these products regularly to make sure that they're still securely fastened to the bed. On the measuring guide, there is a handy QR code which takes you to the MHRA guidance. This is a really useful document and we recommend you read this. Thank you.